A local nonprofit is making sure older dogs live a full life to the very end.
Fox 7 Austin's Kelly Saberi is live in Bertram at Living Grace Canine Ranch with their story. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Amanda and Casey. This is Miss Wiggles. Miss Wiggles has some trouble walking, so I thought I'd give her a break and pick her up and show you her lovely face. Hello. Living Grace is one of a kind here in Texas. It's the biggest dog sanctuary in the state. They have over 120 dogs. 70% of them are rehomes. 30% of them come from Central Texas shelters. Now, a lot of them have different ailments. They have nerve degeneration, dementia, ADHD, all different kinds of sicknesses or illnesses that need their care and need some extra attention as they go into their older age. They also have a Buckaroo program that they did this summer where some of the kids in the area were able to come and work with the dogs. And I actually got to speak to the president, Henry Kopp, about what exactly Living Grace does.
Here in Living Grace, where we bring dogs into our life, we stay with them forever. We're always with them. They can never escape. We try to keep them as safe as possible. Dogs that have bad homes, bad parents, the dogs can come here to have good homes.
It's getting a little drizzly again out here. I think Miss Wiggles might want to go back inside. If you're interested in volunteering or donating to Living Grace Canine Ranch, we have all the information for you on how to do that at our website, fox7austin.com. Back to you.
Miss Wiggles. Is it Miss Wiggles?
Miss Wiggles.
Miss Wiggles. Miss
Hello.
Wiggles and Kelly Saberi.
Looking
Thanks so much.
really good.
Yes.
One young boy is teaching us that it doesn't matter how long you've had something or someone for your love to be deep. Fox 7 Austin's Kelly Saberi joins us live in Bertram with the story of how a Central Texas organization is helping this young man. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Amanda. We're at Living Grace Canine Ranch where I met Robbie Gay. There's over 100 dogs here, but none of them are puppies. They're not young at all. They're all seniors. And that's exactly what Robbie wanted, an underdog.
Robbie Gay's heart is so big, maybe because he's too familiar with how it can be broken. 11-year-old Robbie was severely abused and neglected by his biological family, at times needing to be hospitalized. From the time he was 3, he was in 6 foster placements before being adopted at the age of 7 back in Florida.
You keep at it and you don't give up.
Robbie's new family took in a senior dog named Buffy. He stayed with Buffy for her last moments, even when it was uncomfortable. He didn't want Buffy to be alone. He wanted her heart to be full to the very end. Together, they've brought 10 senior dogs into their family so far. While Buffy might have had the strongest connection to Robbie, it was Randall that changed what it meant for him to trust. His mom, Maria, had found elderly Randall in a ditch on the verge of death.
Kids heal, dogs heal, and they heal each other.
At first, Robbie was confused by his mom's kindness to help Randall after dealing with so much abuse in his past.
So you mean you didn't pass him by? And I said, no. I said, you saved him? I said, yes.
He would ask to hear Randall's story every day.
Scout, quick.
Now his family refers to these older dogs as old people. And although Robbie is just 11 years old, he sees himself in the old people, since he knows exactly what it's like to not feel wanted.
They want babies because they want to see their first words and all that stuff.
Waiting for someone to adopt him. Robbie's dreamt of a place where older dogs have their own sanctuary, a place that makes them feel what he's felt with his new family. Believe it or not, a place like this exists right here in Central Texas. Living Grace Canine Ranch in Bertram is home to 128 senior dogs. Some of these dogs are blind, deaf, on hospice, but one thing remains the same. Once they come to the ranch, they stay at the ranch. Rhonda Minardi is the founder and director of Living Grace. Her story begins following her mother's diagnosis with pancreatic cancer.
When the doctor gave her that diagnosis, that she only had a few months to live, she sat there very stoic. And she looked at me and she said, well, who will take care of Lucy?
Sometime later, Minardi would take her own dog Blaze to daycare while she worked 3 jobs. There they had a giving tree. She realized the need was all for senior dogs.
I just need to build a place for them to live out the rest of their lives.
After hearing about Robbie's story, Minardi asked his parents if she could fly them out to Texas. In early August, Robbie spent a few days working on the ranch, having the time of his life.
This is his dream, to do exactly what we're doing here.
For an 11-year-old, Robbie knows a lot about love.
It's not what you did do or what you're gonna do. It's about what you're doing right now. So that's like always what I do. Like it's with life. Even you gotta do the right thing. Like it's not what you did do or what you're gonna do. You just gotta try to do the right thing right now.
Robbie's going to make a difference in so many lives, both dogs and humans, because his parents took a chance on him. I wanted to introduce you to Blaze that I mentioned in the story. This was Rhonda's dog that she had back since 2014 when she was working 3 jobs and went to that daycare that had the giving tree. Now, Blaze is turning around for us. Blaze, say hello to the camera. Blaze is partially blind, 14 years old, and believe it or not, almost like a therapy dog to the rest of the dogs here. He's kind of the overseer of everyone because he's Rhonda's dog, and he's doing a great job. So we're going to introduce you to some more of the dogs in the rest of Good Day Austin and tell you a little bit more about some of their stories and how they've helped their families and now how they're getting help here. I'll send it back to you.
Oh, wow, I can feel his peace. I can definitely feel it over here.
Good morning to you, Casey. I am here with Job, and while Job looks like just the sweetest thing ever, he has been through a very traumatic situation. Back in Houston, when he was living with his original family before he lived with the Living Grace family, someone murdered everyone in the home, and Job was in the way. His name was not Job before, but they bludgeoned him with a hammer, and he lost part of his eye. They were able to send him to Texas A&M to reconstruct his jaw and his eye, get him back on his feet, and now he's at Living Grace, living his best life with the other dogs here, and just thriving with all the resources that they have.